What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another mock review. We're going to be taking a look at this truck that I made for the World in Darkness group. This is the version that I posted about 2 weeks ago. It has some really cool dark green camo on it, but we're also going to be changing this truck slightly in this video because I do want to have a different version to post alongside the tank that I made in the last mock update. So the truck has this really cool dark green and dark gray camo color scheme. That's kind of to match the EU guys. They have this dark green and dark gray body here with the dark green armor on there, and so that's kind of to signify that it is actually from the EU faction. And then for the lights here, I did kind of use a kind of an unrealistic color with that purple color there, but I think it looks really cool. It's kind of like futuristic. Maybe in the future they have some kind of special lights with that that purple color. Maybe they're like ultraviolet lights, or I don't know. That'd probably be kind of damaging to anybody's eyes that were in front of the truck though. And then on the front here, we probably have my favorite thing that I was able to do with this truck is I was able to align the hood perfectly with these 45-degree double-angled slopes here, and that gives it a really nice shape on the front there, kind of like one of those police MRAPs that you see, like the big armored vehicles. They always have this kind of a shape on the front of them, and I think that looks really awesome. It's very original. I don't think anybody else has done that before, and I was able to align this this hood perfectly using this kind of a technique in the front here with these attaching with these arm pieces here. To allow the hood to go up and down just a little bit, just as much as I needed it to get in the perfect position, so it's like perfectly flush with this slope right here. And then we have on the front, I used these pieces here, which are they're from like the superhero sets. They're like, I think they're classified as minifigure accessories on Bricklink. They're like these bowl pieces, and I put a one of those a diamond piece in the center, and that's how I was able to get that really nice like faceted look on that headlight there, which looks really cool, very futuristic looking, and I was able to put two of them in there. Luckily, I found these in a set on clearance at Walmart, so those came in really handy. They really added a lot to this build. They just look so good on the front there. And then on this antenna here is actually not Lego. It is just a it's a clone brand antenna that I found in a lot, and I thought it looked really cool because it was so long, and it does kind of look like a Lego antenna except just stretched out. So and I thought that looked really cool. Unfortunately, I won't be able to. I only have one of these, so I can't use it on two vehicles at the same time. It's just broken off at the bottom there. It just kind of fits in to this Lego antenna piece and kind of is held in there. And then this gun on the top is a kind of a cool machine gun design. It has like a wheel at the bottom there, and I kind of meant it so that it would be able to it has it's attached to the rail here, and then this wheel allows it to kind of spin around anywhere on this rail. It can't do that in practice just because of the rail has to be attached somewhere on the Lego version. But I kind of envisioned that it would be able to go anywhere all the way around, so that they could shoot at any target that was around the car, just like this. Maybe they could point it down. And it has this cool technique that I figured out for machine guns is to use this piece here, which gives the barrel some really nice ribbing there, and it has a hole on either side, just like a muzzle brake of some kind. And then it has like a cool futuristic thing here with this eyepiece, just kind of like it's kind of like a computerized sensor of some kind, so that maybe this gun could be operated without a actual person coming out of here and manning the gun. Maybe from a computer on the inside would be how they would operate this gun with this thing right here. And then it has an antenna on the back, which is just a minifigure screwdriver there. Looks kind of cool. And moving on to the inside here, we can take a look at the inside. It does have opening doors on both sides here, and it does fit a minifigure in there as well. So we can put Tom Cruise in here. Really cool minifigure from the LEGO Dimensions line. Unfortunately, they didn't make more Mission Impossible sets. But yeah, he can sit right in there, and then it does have a steering wheel as well. So a fairly accurate interior. And then on the other side, if you open up this side here, you can actually see the screen in there, which is like a computer screen, because it is kind of a futuristic vehicle. It would have, I think, a computer on the inside for like communications of some kind, because I think I envisioned this vehicle as more of a support vehicle. It's not like an attack vehicle or anything like that, just because it does only seat 2 people in the Lego version. Maybe on the actual real version it'd be able to seat more people, just because the Lego version I was limited on how much space I had on the inside, just because of how I built these fenders here. And then it does have a gauge there as well, connected to the piece that holds the windows in place. So closing those doors, we can move on to the back here. And just see that the back does open up as well, and it can seat a minifigure on the inside, just like that. It does open up in 2 pieces. I didn't want to make it open up in 1 piece just because I felt like that would be too big of a door on the top, and then this folds down like that. I think that looks cool, and then it's kind of like a ramp as well if they need to like maybe wheel in anything, or maybe the minifigures could use this as like steps to get up on the inside. But yeah, looking really cool. We're gonna actually do the changes now to this build, and then we're gonna take a look at those changes once I actually make them. So we'll do a V2 look here in just a minute. And here is the updated, well, actually I shouldn't say updated version, the version 2 of the truck, and it looks super, super awesome. This might be the most tactical thing I have ever made. It looks seriously awesome. We have this, I added this big thing at the top here, which looks, it's kind of like a little bit more heavy than just like a single machine gun. It has a rocket launcher on there. The machine gun is slightly larger now. I did kind of expand it and make it a little bit bigger. And so it looks really, really cool, and you can make the rockets look like they're being shot as well, and that looks so awesome there. That looks so cool, the rockets coming out of there with the smoke behind them, using the minifigure ice cream piece there as smoke behind the rockets. Let's get a nice close-up of that, actually. That looks so awesome. Unfortunately, I only have 4 of those minifigure ice cream pieces, I think, so I can't actually make the bottom 2 rockets look like they're coming out as well. Maybe I will have to, maybe I'll have to just use the red pieces there and maybe make them look like they've covered less distance, maybe like they were shot afterwards than these ones here. But that looks so cool. This thing on the top here is like so futuristic looking, so tactical, and it looks super awesome. I think I might actually like this version better than the version previously that you guys saw. And I actually also added a winch on the front, as you can see right here, and it is connected using this kind of a technique right here. I'll just show you how I connected it right there, using those 2 pieces on either side, and it fits perfectly right in this spot in between the 2 bumper pieces there. The hook is connected to it. It's just a little bit big for the build. I don't really like these Lego hooks. They're a little bit too big, so I just kind of connected it to the bottom there where you can't see it. And then, of course, I did change the back quite a bit here. I added this like kind of like a black like area back here that looks like maybe it was like an add-on to the original truck. It's kind of what I meant it as, and you can kind of see like where somebody could pop out. Let me get a minifigure here. A minifigure can actually fit in here, and then he could actually be able to man the turret like that. If they wanted to man this turret with a person, I would assume that this whole assembly here can actually be manned inside the vehicle as well, maybe with that computer screen that we saw inside the vehicle. But yeah, this looks really awesome, and it's also kind of just a cool lookout spot. You know, you can put a minifigure in there. He can kind of peek out and see what's going on outside the vehicle. And it uses these really cool door pieces here as kind of like the panels on the side to protect them from any gunfire that might be coming for the vehicle. As far as the inside of the back goes, nothing has really changed there. It's all pretty much the same. It only seats 1 minifigure in there still. But I was able to figure out some really cool techniques here with this thing here. As you can see, we have a inverted bracket here connected to this 1x4 tile, and then a cheese slope in there. And if you move this thing in, this piece lines up so perfectly with that piece. I don't know how it just kind of worked out that way, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so perfect. It fills in that gap if you look in right there so well with that cheese slope on the inverted bracket. Looks so good. That's really the only technique of note here in the back. But I think that's going to be it for this MOC. Be sure to keep an eye out. I love doing like variants and stuff like this. I just kind of realized that with doing these World in Darkness builds, I haven't really done very many variants of builds that I have done in the past. And it's really fun. When you have a cool design to just do variants of it and kind of make different versions and see where you can take the design design of it. It just looks really awesome, I think. So be sure to keep an eye out on my Instagram and Flickr for pictures of this and more pictures of any other variants that I decide to do. Be sure to keep an eye out for the mock reviews of the tank that goes along with this truck here. And be sure to leave a comment down below with your guys' thoughts on this build. And be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. And I will see you guys in the next video.